All right, good morning, everyone. So we're going to start in our child's pose this morning. So go ahead and come down. Knees are wide to the sides of the mat. Sink your hips back towards your heels. Fingertips stretch towards the top of the mat. And slowly bring your chest all the way down over your thighs towards the mat. Just gently reaching through your fingertips. Let's go ahead and start to focus on our breath. So nice deep inhales through our nose, all the way down to our abdomen. And then matching exhales through your nose. Notice the sound your breath makes as it passes over the back of your throat. And just focus on that for a little bit. So with your next inhale, you're going to reach just slightly with the fingertips. And exhale, slowly walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. And you can end with your left hand on top of your right, but keep your left hip pulled down towards the mat. And slowly walk your hands back towards the center. Your inhale, reach forward. And exhale, walk your hands to the left side of the mat. Again, ending with your right hand on top of your left, reaching through the right side body, but keeping the right hip pulled towards the mat. And with your next inhale, walk your hands back towards the mat, to the center, reaching forward. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper, hips back towards your heels. And then inhale, come up into a tabletop position. So your hands are under your shoulders, knees are directly under your hips. From here, we're going to inhale, extending the right arm up towards the ceiling, opening the chest. And exhale, sending your right arm underneath your left shoulder and coming all the way down onto your right shoulder, bringing your right ear towards the mat. You can remain here, keeping pressure on the left hand, or you can wrap the left arm around your back, reaching towards your right hip. With your next exhale, release the hand. Inhale, extend the right arm back towards the ceiling, and release to the mat. And go ahead and inhale your left arm up, opening the chest. And exhale, left arm under the right shoulder,
or armpit, extending out to the side, and coming down onto your left shoulder. Again, if you'd like to wrap here, go ahead and take your right arm, wrap it around your back, reaching towards your left hip. And go ahead and release.
Inhale, left arm back towards the ceiling, and release down to the mat. Now let's go through a few cat-cow poses. So we're going to inhale, tuck your toes, drop your belly, and extend your head looking towards the ceiling. Exhale, flat the tops of your feet to the mat, push through your hands, and round and curl your upper back. Inhale, tuck the toes, drop the abdomen, chin, gaze up. And exhale, releasing the feet, pushing through the hands, rounding the back. Let's go through about 3 more of these at your own pace. And after your next exhale, go ahead and walk your hands forward just a little bit, maybe 6 inches or so. And slowly start to bring your hips forward. And then rotate around clockwise, bringing your hips back towards your heels. And continue the rotation towards the front of the mat, just for a dancing line. Just creating some movement, starting to open up the joints. And then you can reverse rotation. And now come back to a neutral position. Go ahead and step your feet all the way back for a plank pose. So now we're standing nice and strong, straight arms, nice straight line from our heels all the way through our shoulders, to our head. Now slowly lower all the way down, keeping your elbows in nice and tight. And release all the way down to your stomach. Flat, or top to the feet flat on the mat. Your next inhale, we're going to push up slightly for a baby cobra. Nice little back bend. And exhale, pushing back over our feet into our child's pose. And at the bottom of your next exhale, come back forward into a plank. Again, slowly lower all the way down, elbows in nice and tight to your sides. Release to the mat. This time push up a little bit higher, close to straightening the elbows, keeping the shoulders pulled down and back though. And now pushing back over your knees into your first down dog. So we're pushing the hips back nice and high. Go ahead and pedal each foot out, bending and straightening one knee at a time. Stretching the calves and the heels. And go ahead and come up high on your tiptoes. And then slowly lower both heels back. And after your exhale, look to the top of the mat and slowly walk your feet all the way to the top in between your hands. Feet are hips width apart. And go ahead and just hang heavy here for a moment. Taking hold of opposite elbows, allowing the crown of your head to hang towards the mat. Rock side to side. Shake your head no, shake your head yes. Again, just creating movement in your neck. And release the elbows. And slowly come all the way up to standing. One vertebrae at a time. Allowing your head to come up last. Hands are down by your side, palms facing forward. Go ahead and set your feet close together. Go ahead and inhale, hands up and overhead, palms together, hips pushing forward, slight back bend. Exhale, release forward fold. Bringing your hands down towards the mat, towards your toes, whatever's available. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthening through the spine, looking out. And exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step back to a plank, and go through your flow. And we'll hold here for 5 breaths. Remember to push through your fingertips to keep the pressure out of your wrists. You're pushing your hips back, up. And after your next exhale, look to the top of the mat. Step or walk all the way forward. And come up halfway, look out and lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up to standing, hands overhead. And release down to your side. Inhale, hands up and over, palms together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway and lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, go through your flow. Inhale for your up dog or cobra. And exhale back into down dog for 5 breaths. After your exhale, look to the top of the mat, step or walk forward. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up to standing, hands overhead, palms together. And release to your chest, and down by your side. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, look out and lengthen. Bend your knees, plant your palms. Exhale all the way back and slowly lower down. Inhale for up dog or cobra. And exhale into down dog for 5 breaths. And with your next inhale, move to the top of the mat, step, walk, or jump forward. You come up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up to standing, hands overhead. And release your chest and down to your side. Inhale, hands up and over. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come up halfway and lengthen. Bend your knees, plant your palms, go through your flow. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale into down dog for 5 breaths. Move to the top of the mat. Inhale, step forward, come up halfway and lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, all the way up to standing. Palms together, and release to your chest and by your side. So we have one more of our sun salutation A. Let's deep inhale, up and over. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms. Step back into a plank and lower down. Inhale for up dog. And exhale for down dog in 5 breaths. And at the bottom of your next exhale, look to the top of the mat. Step, walk, or jump forward. Inhale, halfway out and lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, coming all the way up. Standing, palms overhead. And then release to your chest and to your side. So with our feet together, we'll go ahead and bend our knees, tuck our tailbone, sweep our hands up towards the ceiling for our chair. The gaze is up. Weight is in your heels. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, go through your flow. And from your down dog, step your right foot to the top of the mat, drop your left heel at a 45. Inhale the hands up and overhead for warrior 1, hips are squared. And with your exhale, fold forward, step back, and lower down. Inhale for up. Exhale into down. Inhale, left foot forward, dropping the right heel to 45, all the way up to standing. Exhale, releasing hands to the mat, stepping the left foot back, lowering down. Inhale for up. And exhale into your down dog for 5 breaths. Look to the top of the mat, step, walk, or jump forward. Come up halfway and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms to the sky, tucking the tailbone. And come up to standing. Release the hands to your chest and down by your side. So again, go ahead and bend the knees. Inhale, sweeping the hands towards the ceiling. Exhale, folding from the hips. And then straighten the legs. Inhale, come up halfway and lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step back and lower down. Inhale into your up dog. And exhale into down dog. And stepping the right foot forward, dropping the left heel. Then we inhale into a warrior one. And exhale, releasing the hands to the mat, stepping the right foot back and lowering down. Inhale for up. Exhale for down dog. And stepping the left foot forward, dropping the right heel. Inhale for warrior one. And exhale, release the hands, stepping back and lowering down. Inhale for up. And exhale into down dog for 5 breaths. And after your next exhale, look to the top of the mat. So step forward, come up halfway, lengthen. And exhale, fold. And go ahead with your inhale, bend the knees, sweep the hands towards the ceiling, tuck the tailbone for chair. And come up to standing, release the hands to your chest and down by your side. Let's do one more of our sun salutation B. So bend the knees, tuck the tailbone, inhale, hands up and overhead, palms together. And with your exhale, fold forward from the hips, hands to the mat, straighten your knees. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen. Exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, step all the way back and lower down. Inhale for up. Exhale for down. And stepping the right foot forward, dropping the left heel. Then inhale for warrior one. Exhale, releasing the hands, stepping the foot back and lowering down. Inhale for up. And exhale into down dog. Stepping the left foot forward, dropping the right heel, sweeping the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the left foot back and lower down. Inhale for your upward facing dog. And exhale into down dog for 5 breaths. And after your next exhale, look to the top of the mat. Step, walk, or jump forward. Come up halfway and lengthen. And exhale, fold. And inhale, sweeping the hands in the sky, bending the knees, tuck your tailbone for your chair. And then slowly straighten the legs. Release the hands down to your chest and then your side. So now go ahead, and the traditional way is to just hop out to the side so your feet are a little further than hips width apart. Stand up nice and tall. Inhale, hands up and overhead. And go ahead and fold forward, nice flat back. And take hold of your big toes with your peace fingers. And just gently pulling yourself forward, pulling the crown of your head towards the mat. Try to straighten the knees if you can, if you haven't. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, fold a little bit deeper. If you still have the peace finger grips, you can start to flex the biceps so the elbows are out towards the side. Don't force the fold, just assist it. Pulling yourself just a little bit more. And go ahead and release your grip. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen. And exhale, fold. And inhale, all the way back up to standing, hands overhead. And release down by your side. Now we're going to go ahead and step our right foot to the back of the mat. So you're splitting the mat about 2/3 distance. Go ahead and pivot your right foot now towards the back of the mat. And your left foot is coming at about a 45-degree angle. Arms are extended out to your side. Slowly hinge forward and drop your right arm down the inside of your right calf, extending the left arm to the ceiling for our triangle. So the left shoulder is pulling back, left hip is pulling up and back. So after your next exhale, go ahead and inhale, come back all the way up to standing. Go ahead and shift your feet. Now your left foot is facing the front of the mat, and pivoting the back foot, your right foot at a 45. Arms are still extended, gazes out over your left fingertips. Slowly hinge forward and drop the left hand down to the inside of the left calf. Right arm is extended towards the ceiling. Right shoulders pulling back. You can use a block here to assist. If you can't reach the ground, try not to just hang out. So you can either put pressure on your ankle or again with a block if you have. And with your next inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Pivot the feet one more time. So the right foot's facing the back of the mat. Left foot's at a 45. Now go ahead and start to pivot your upper body. And so you can completely to the opposite side. Left hand is in front of you. Right arm's out back. Reaching forward with the left hand. Slowly drop it the outside of your right ankle or right shin or a revolved triangle. Continue trying to straighten the legs again. and gently pulling the right shoulder back. A little big exhale. And inhale, come all the way back up to standing. And swivel all the way back, facing the screen. And spin the feet. So left foot is forward now. Right foot's at an angle. Continue to spin the upper body. So your right arm is extended out in front of you. Left arm's extended back. And now drop the right hand to the outside of the left ankle, extending the left hand towards the ceiling. One more inhale, pulling the shoulder back. Exhale. And inhale, come all the way back up to standing. And release, facing the screen. Now we pivot all the way to the back again. So right foot's facing the back of the mat. Go ahead and lean into the front leg now. Arms are still extended. So your knee is just over your ankle. In hinge, reaching forward with the right hand, and slowly drop it down the mat for our side angle. Gaze is up. And go ahead and extend the left arm. Left bicep is over the left ear. So you're reaching through that hand, reaching nice straight line from your left foot all the way through your fingertips. Left hips pulling, backing up. Left shoulders pulling back. One more nice deep inhale, reaching. And inhale, come all the way back up to standing. You can straighten that back leg. Pivot your feet. Left toes forward, right toes out of 45. Go ahead and bend into the left knee. The left knee is over the ankle. Upper body's nice and straight. Go ahead and reach forward with the left fingertips and drop down to the inside of your left shin or calf. Right arm's extended towards the ceiling. And go ahead and reach right arm over. So right biceps over your ear. And shadow. One more deep breath, reaching through the fingertips. And inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Go ahead and straighten that back leg and pivot it at a 45. Right toes are facing the back of the mat now. Go ahead again, bend into that knee. Arms are extended. Slowly pivoting all the way around. Now left fingers are forward. Reach forward. And extend the right arm towards the ceiling. Left arm is on the outside of the right calf. Inhales, reaching through the fingertips. Exhales, pulling that shoulder back just a little bit more. And inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Go ahead and pivot all the way around. Left toes are facing forward. Right foot's out of 45. And into the left knee. Continue to pivot the upper body all the way around. Right hand is now in front. Slowly drop the right hand to the outside of the left calf. Extending the left arm towards the ceiling. And with your next inhale, come all the way up to standing. Pivot back to towards the screen. Go ahead and step to the front of the mat. Inhale the hands up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen through the spine. And exhale, bend the knees, plant your palms, step back and go through your flow. And we'll stay in down dog for 5 breaths. After your next exhale, come to the top of the mat. Step walk or jump forward. Inhaling, halfway up and lengthen. Exhale, fold. And inhale, come all the way up to standing, hands overhead, palms together. And release down to your chest and down the other side. So from here, we'll step our right foot back once again. Go ahead and pivot it to the back. Now this time, step your left foot forward just a little bit more, a little closer than our triangle pose. So we're gonna square our hips facing the back of the mat now. Bring our hands behind us. If you can bring them in a prayer position with the fingers facing up behind your back, that's a much more intense stretch. If not, you can just bring your fists together behind your back. You're pulling your elbows back so your chest is nice and open, legs are straight. Your back foot's actually a little bit more of a 45. It's not quite straight, but it's not all the way to the side. So gaze is up. Nice deep inhale. Exhale with a nice solid flat back. Start to fold forward. Bring your chest and chin forward. Bring your chin towards your shin. Easiest way to remember it. Again, remember to pull your elbows back, your shoulders are pulling back. Your chest is nice and open. With your next inhale, all the way back up to standing. And keep your hands where they are. Go ahead and pivot your feet. Left toes are facing forward now. Right toes are at an angle. Square the hips towards the front of the mat. Pull the shoulders back, the elbows back, chest open. Nice deep inhale. And exhale, folding forward. Then bringing the chin towards your shin. Inhale, and back up to standing. Go ahead and pivot your feet towards the screen again. So just putting the mat about 2/3 again. And stand up nice and tall. Inhale, hands up and overhead. And exhale, folding forward. And all the way down. Your hands are directly underneath your chest. The palm of your heel is in line with the heel of your foot. Excuse me. Heel of your palm is in line with the heel of your foot. And just allow the crown of your head to hang towards the mat. If you can walk your hands back a little further, that's okay. Just a little deeper stretch. And inhale, slowly come up all the way to standing. And hands up and overhead. And release down. Now place your hands at your low back, so your thumbs are at the base of your back. Hands wrapped around your hips. Again, pulling your shoulders back. Your elbows are squeezing back towards each other. Inhale and exhale, slowly hinging forward at the hips. Your chest to come forward. And inhale, come all the way back up to standing. Hands up and overhead. Hips push forward. And release. And one more time, inhale. Hands up and overhead. Exhale, fold forward. All the way down. And reaching out and taking hold of your big toes if you can. Peace finger grip. Or if you can get the sides of your feet or your ankles, whatever's available to you. And just letting the crown of your head pull down towards the mat. Gently trying to straighten the knees. And go ahead and release your toes or your grip. Inhale, come all the way up to standing, arms overhead. And release, hands down by your side. Go ahead and step to the top of your mat. One more time, inhale, hands up and over. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come up halfway, lengthen. Bend your knees, plant your palms, and go through your last and final flow today. Or at least for this session. Exhale to down dog. And we'll hold here for 5 breaths. So at the bottom of your next exhale, we'll lift to the top of our mat, but we're going to push our hips back and bend our knees for our turbo dog. And then we're going to jump forward. You jump forward and cross your ankles, and then sit back on the mat. We'll go ahead and extend our feet forward, feet are together, legs are straight, sit up nice and tall, hands are right by your tailbone, pushing into the mat. Chest is up. Go ahead and inhale, keeping the same posture. Hands up and overhead. And exhale, slowly reaching forward for your toes. It's a good time if you have a strap, you can use it around the bottom of your feet just to help gently pull you forward. So on your inhale, come up halfway. You can maintain the grip if you like. And then with your exhale, fold forward a little bit deeper. Maybe this time you can reach your hands top of your feet, in front of them, or take hold of the outside of your feet, whatever is available. Just deepening the stretch a little bit more. And inhale, release, coming all the way up. I'll pivot. You guys can see, but we're going to bring our right foot up, not directly inside your thigh, but just, about a fist width apart. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale the hands up and overhead. And slowly reach towards your left foot, keeping the right knee pulled in close to your right shoulder. Go ahead and release, coming up to seated. Take your right foot and place it on the outside of your right knee, left knee. Go ahead and inhale, sitting up nice and tall, reaching high. Exhale, release, right hand to the base of the spine. And you can wrap your left elbow around the outside of the right knee, pull it in nice and close, or you can take it and bring it on the inside, extend it out. Nice and tall. With each exhale, you can gently use that left elbow to kind of push yourself a little deeper into the twist, if you like. And go ahead and release. Back all the way to the left side, both hands on the mat. Do a slight bow. It's counter pose. Go ahead and extend the right foot out now. Bring your left foot up, inside of your thigh. Again, keep it about a fist width apart. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale the hands up and overhead. And slowly reach forward, taking hold of your right foot. Your left shoulder is pulling in nice and tight to the left knee to your left shoulder. And release, and back up to seated. Go ahead and take your left foot, place on the outside of your right knee. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale, hands up and overhead. And exhale, twisting over to your left side. Left hand at the base of the spine. Again, either wrap the right elbow in front of the left knee or bring it on the inside. And after your next exhale, release, twisting back over to the right side, planting both hands on the mat. Gentle bow. And extend both feet to the front of the mat. And we'll slowly lower down, one vertebrae at a time. Until our back and our head are down to the mat. Now bring your feet up and plant them both on the mat, hip width apart for our bridge pose. So from here, we're going to push our hips up towards the ceiling, roll our shoulders underneath, clasping our hands together. Elbows are straight and pushing the little finger edge of your hand into the mat. So gaze is up, hips are pushing up. So one more deep inhale, Pushing your hips up a little higher if you can. And exhale, release down to the mat. Release your feet, extend both legs. Now go ahead and inhale, bringing your right knee up to your chest. Nice and tight. And with your left hand, slowly start to pull it over to the left side, extending the right arm. So you are rolling onto that left hip. Keep pulling your right shoulder down to the mat. Go ahead and release, bringing the knee back up towards the chest. Go ahead and hug it in tight. And extend the right leg out. Bring the left knee up to the chest. Pull it in nice and tight. And then with your right hand, slowly start to pull your left knee over to the right side, extending the left arm out as you roll onto your right hip. It doesn't have to touch the mat, but keep pulling your left shoulder down towards the mat, that extended arm. This helps to deepen the twist. And after your next exhale, go ahead and release. Come back to the center. Bring your right knee up. Hug both knees in, nice and tight to your chest. And slowly rock from side to side. Gentle massage on your low back. And from here, bring the bottoms of your feet together so your knees are out. And slowly let your feet drop down to the mat. The feet are still together. Knees are spread wide. Go ahead and release your hands down to the mat, palms facing up. And just let your knees hang with gravity, pulling down towards the mat. Start to slow our breath. Now to your next exhale, go ahead and release, extending both legs out. Inhale, arms up and overhead for one more full body stretch from your toes all the way to your fingertips. And exhale, release the hands down by your side, palms facing up, gazes up, feet are hanging with gravity, just falling from side to side. Close your eyes and enjoy your final relaxation pose. Try to focus on your breath for a little bit. Just following the inhales. You go over the back of your throat and down to your abdomen. And the matching exhales, just follow the air. Just focusing on that as your body relaxes and melts into your mat. Let's go ahead and start to bring attention back into the room, back into our body. Create a little bit of movement with your fingers, your toes. When you're ready, we're going to inhale your knees up, high towards your chest. And roll over onto your right side. Right arm extended out under your head. And at your pace, slowly come all the way back up into a nice comfortable seated position. And one final inhale. Get nice and tall, hands up and overhead, palms together. And exhale to your chest. Thank you all for joining today. Hope you have a wonderful class and have a wonderful day. Namaste.